welcome back to Airsoft Special Ops. And I know it's been a second since I've been able to kind of do one of these, and I wanted to do an update because once again it's been heavily requested. So one of the videos that was heavily requested was the mag dump video from the extendos, but and those are not gaps, those are black pellets. Every time I seem to do the video, I have some bad luck with the video for some reason. It's almost like my gas runs out or my gun faults or something like that. So what I've chosen to do is pre-test everything, make sure that this video goes the way we want it to go. Yeah, so we're gonna get into it. You're probably like, why is he in his mask? I kind of wanted to show it off. It finally came. So I've got some solid face protection compared to my other one, which my other one is really good, I will say that. The one thing I will say about the other one is it just doesn't give me the full-blown face protection. Like once my glasses are on, in theory, and I've got a helmet on, like you've seen in the back, it's come as well. I tend to not have no problems with being hit because I'm not getting hit. My face isn't getting hit in any format, and once I do have on things like my safety glasses, it's the same thing. I'm like quite covered, if that makes sense. So yeah, man, very well why I wanted to do this video for you guys today. So we're gonna chuck on some safety glasses, get those comfy, and then yeah, we're gonna get to it. Don't worry, I know some people are gonna be like, oh, we've been waiting to see the helmet video, we've been waiting to see. Just bear with, I will get to it at some point, because in theory it's nothing special. I just went for a basic helmet, well, mid-range helmet, I will say that, because it is quite premium on the inside. I've got like these little cutout things that I can pull in and out, just for comfort. Yeah, just for comfort's sake, just so the helmet fits me well, basically. It has the chin strap, unlike my other one. I'll show you quickly. Chin strap, so I can chuck it right under my chin if needs be, which just makes it a lot more comfortable than the previous one I was using that my boy had lended me. And then obviously I've got my front attachment for my GoPro, and I went for a slightly like bigger helmet that covers your ears as well, because then my ears don't get hit, because they were accessible in the old helmet that I was using. And then obviously I went for a helmet cover just to give it a nice cool feel, just so it felt like mine. And then I've put my two patches, my Raven and my Vosk patch on it. So quite basic, but it works for me. Kind of has me looking like a special ops SWAT team when I come through the building. But yeah, we will come on to that stuff again at a later date. I think what I will do is I'll buy a couple different helmets so that we can in a weird way review / test and just see which ones are better price wise, budget wise, comfort wise, and all these other things. Give me one sec, because for some reason my mask looks tilted. I think that's better, I believe it is. But yeah, so we're gonna get straight into this bad boy. I have preloaded my mag full just to make this a bit more shorter and easy for us. I've also pre-laid the target, so it's quite easy for me to do this and just show you guys straight off the top. And I've also loaded my BB speed loader just to make sure that as soon as we've dumped that mag, we can literally load it again and then get straight back into action. So like you can see, it is fully loaded. Like I said, those are not gaps, those are black BBs. Some that I'm testing, I believe they're from ASSO, the company. They're pretty good. 2.0s though, so they do kind of fly above. Today I have also pre-filled my mag with Neuropol 3.0 high performance red gas. And that's just because, again, I was looking for a gas that worked a bit better, had a better feel, and was a bit more reliable, in different types of weathers. So I went for this so far. This is my second, if I'm correct, it's my second or my third red gas, and so far it's my favorite. It's the 3.0. Well recommended. So yeah, so let's get straight into this, man, and we're done with all the chatting. So obviously I've got my bad boy Always use your eye protection, guys. I've got on a face mask today just to be safe, because obviously I'm using red gas indoors, so I don't want to take out my cheek or take out my teeth. Yeah, I know everybody's gonna say, oh, I've seen upgrades again, so I'm gonna keep this one short and sweet. I've gone for a laser, a USB laser, so I can charge it. I think I already spoke about this. I've decided to put it on my rifle in the end rather than the pistol. It just sits there well, it does its job. I also have left the CAA sight on the middle just to give me like a free aim if I wanted to, an easy free aim. I don't know if you guys can see its benefits down the cam. Like, I've just got a direct free aim. Or let me show you from that side instead. Do you get it? Direct free aim, I can just see what I'm doing. I also suffer with bad hay fever, so that's why I'm sounding mad snuffly today, guys. Allow me. I've also gone for the hemoglobin scope. I think I done a video when I first bought it and unboxed it. Very good scope sight so far. I would love to add maybe like a zoom scope just on the end here, but because this is my indoor gun, I'm not going to do too much more to it. I think I'm just going to change the arm holder. I want to get a HPA kit for it, and at most a flashlight. Do you get what I'm saying? Like, that's probably the most I'll do to this. Yeah, I don't know what else more there is to say, so we are just gonna get into it. Let me flick that sight on, and I'll just show you guys quickly so you guys can see what I'm seeing. Hopefully it will show you. And if I flick the laser on as well, you will see what you can see is the laser and the sight. You get it? It's quite cool. I don't know if it's showing it very well, but yeah, that's what I've gone for. We're gonna take that mag out, because that's my 23 round mag, and then we're gonna chuck this one in. Always make sure that's locked in. Do you see I can't pull it out? I don't need to cock it because I already pre-cocked it. And you know what? Maybe I should, you know, just to be safe. Give me 1 second. Yeah, I reckon it's alright. So let's get into it. We're doing it on semi as well today. No, what's going on with my gas here? But we'll give it another go and see. For some reason, do you see what I mean? Every time I shoot this video, I don't know, it's like I've got a what's it called, mag curse. Every time I shoot this video it happens. And do you know what, just to be safe, because the viewers who do tune in, I want to make sure you guys get what you came for. It seems that what I'm having is a movement problem inside my CAA kit, and that's literally just because my gun isn't meant to be in there. So I'm having to always make little adjustments. And do you know the maddest thing is, like, say I was to pull it out, I'll show you guys quickly as well, just so you can see. Like, if I pull it out and just reset it, you'll see it will go right back to working. It's just annoying to have to do that, because sometimes, do you see, the moment I loosened my clip, it went right back into place. Let me just show you quick. The gun's not in there properly, but I just want to show you guys what I mean. Let me just lock back the top so it doesn't move too much. Yeah, I can cock it again and go straight back into action. It's so interesting, but obviously there's nothing gas wise in my mag, so I think what I'm gonna do is just refill my mag quickly, because maybe my gas is actually empty. It sounds like it's full, but maybe it's come to the end, because I noticed that normally there's liquid on the inside. There is no liquid, so Let me just see quickly, and then we'll just reload it and go again from top. Yeah, like. Yeah, I think it is the gas. So give us 2 seconds, guys, because that makes a whole load of sense. And I think what we're gonna do instead is take it out and just use it in pistol format for the moment until I can find what's causing me that jamming issue I'm having. Because it is common in these kits. Yeah, and you see it's cause this thing is moving. I think it's just worn. I'll probably have to order a new one. I reckon it is just worn. Do you know what? Let me try this gun in there quickly just to see, because I'm just like, why is it every time on this specific video it's like it just doesn't, but it won't work, the zombie sights on it. Okay, fair dues. What we will just do then is, let me refill, because it looks like I've run out of red gas. So what we'll do is we'll do our test today with green gas, because I definitely know I've got some green gas 2.0, not 3.0. And then what I'll do is I'll update my red gas and we'll do an update video. Sorry guys, it's taken so many videos just to get this one review done for you. What I'm gonna do just quickly for you is reload my mag, because obviously I've shot some shells up just so it can be an accurate testing result for you guys. Yeah. What is going on here? Okay, boom, we're back in order. It just looked like it needed a little shake about. Okay, boom. Fully loaded again. Yeah? Let me grab that green gas so that we can do some accurate testing for you guys. And that's just because I've probably been using in every video I've shot to do with CO2. That's the one I've used. So just need to buy a new one, basically. So I'm gonna fill this. Boom. Just gonna give it a top up just to be sure, because what they say in the ads is I'm meant to fill my mag once and be able to shoot 48 rounds times 2 before this mag finishes. So in theory I should get 80, what's that, 48 rounds times 2 is 80, 88, I think it's 96, somewhere thereabouts. So I've just filled it with, and I'll show you as well. I think I've done a video on the channel, the 2x WE high performance green gas. Also another recommended one. And what we'll use is pistol format today, just to be safe, because I feel like every time we go put in a kit, we're having issues. So I'm gonna sort the kit out and I'll do a kit update video, maybe sometime next week, hopefully, because I do really want to find out what the problem is there, and I think it is just I have put a gun in there that shouldn't be in there, basically. So that's why you run into these faults. And you know what's so interesting is, like, I will reset the kit and like test it all the way throughout the week. You know, say I have a video to shoot on like say Saturday, I'll run the kit from say like Sunday all the way back to, sorry, my hay fever playing with me. I'll run the kit from like say Monday all the way back to say like the Friday, and then what will happen, even on the morning of the Saturday, I will test the kit. You know, imagine that I will test the kit in the morning, and still, and you know what, I can take this off as well, just for the moment, so you guys can hear me a bit more clearly. And still, even that morning, you know, on the Saturday morning, I would have tested the kit, and guess what? By the time I shoot the video, that jam happens. And it's so interesting because, like I said, it's worked for a whole 5-6 days just before that video, and then on the day of the video, and I'm not sure if it's because maybe like say every 200 or 300 shots, through the CAA kit, you should reset it, if that makes sense. But maybe, I think what I'll do is I'll review it for 1 more month. And if that's the case, I'll update you guys, because for me, if that's something I'm gonna have to do, I will likely go like upgrade to a micro kit instead. Because don't get me wrong, I like this kit, I think it's a great kit, but at the same time, it's like I need a reliable kit, realistically. Do you get what I'm trying to say? So if I have to reset it every 200 shots, it's like, oh, say I'm in a very long game, I don't want to have to keep doing that. Because yeah, it's something you can do on the field, but you don't want to do on the field. I'd rather just have my pistols real active then, do you kind of get what I'm saying, and just sell the kit off. But like I said, this is something I'll test for another month or 2, and then I'll see, because if it continues doing it, I'm just gonna get rid of the kit. But yeah, we have our mag loaded, we have the Raven, and let's get to it. I've got it on semi as well. Let me move back so you guys can actually see. I would like you guys to be able to see. Oh, that one came right back to me. I don't know if it came, you saw that in the camera. That's why it's to wear your eye protection, because it hit me right there. So if I had my face mask on, I'd have been safer, but it wasn't too bad. It didn't hurt. It didn't hurt at all. And I do have an indoor target. I think at some point I will show you it. I love this gun, you know, it's so consistent. I think now I'm thinking about it, I might get rid of this kit and upgrade to the micro kit. Because if this will fit in a micro kit, what's the problem? Like, it's quite reliable. I do like my CAA kit, I'm not gonna lie to you, but I'm telling you, it's just annoying me a little bit. Okay, and we're officially out. I'm gonna load it quickly again with some BBs just to see if their claims are lies or their claims are real. And I think that's what I'm gonna do for a little bit. Maybe leave it outside of the kit for a bit and just use 2 pistols, because what's the harm in that? Like, I think I would have fun, especially if I was doing like indoor games, for example. So maybe that's the plan. I'm gonna put it back in the kit for maybe like another week or 2. But you see, if it keeps on doing that, yeah, man, I think I'm gonna sell off the kit, because I did want to have a kit, but maybe I'll just test the micro kit this time and see, because they have just released some micro kits, and maybe that's the problem. I just need to either buy a Glock that's meant to actually be in there, which I know me, I don't want to do. I like custom stuff, so it's like you're telling me what to do. I don't want to do that. I want to use a Glock that I like. You know what I'm trying to say? I don't want to use your shitty Glocks, because the Glocks that's on that list, they're just shit. Like, I don't want to be rude, but they are shit. I've used every single one of them on the field. They're not as reliable as what I'm using, this Raven. So why would I put that in a kit? Do you know what I'm saying? It just doesn't make sense. But yeah, maybe there is a way around that, you know. Maybe if I went for a top barrel that was slightly smaller, I wouldn't have that problem. Or I might just, do you know one thing I was thinking about doing the other day? Gluing, this might sound nuts, yeah, but where is it? You see this thing, the cock thing that's meant to go on top of your barrel? I was thinking about permanently gluing that to the top half of my barrel. But if I was to do that, my problem is I wouldn't want to do it to my Raven. Do you kind of get what I'm trying to say? I just feel like my Raven is a gun that I really, really like. So it's like, I wouldn't really want to sign my Raven out the game like that, because in theory, I would like, say it wasn't in the kit, it would permanently have, let me show you, it would permanently have this thing on top of it. And don't get me wrong, it wouldn't be too bad. I just feel like it takes away from the aesthetic beauty of the gun. So for me, I think if I was to do that, I would definitely have to buy a top slide, like a backup top slide, for days that I want to use this gun minus the kit. Do you kind of get what I'm trying to say? Or I would just buy another Raven. But I'm really trying to avoid having to do that, because like I said, it's like the moment I have to take this gun out, it now looks like this, and I just don't feel like I like it looking like that. So yeah, but I think that's the backup plan. I'll use it in there for another 2 weeks and see. If that happens, I'll glue it. Because I really, the maddest thing is I really like my kit. I'm not gonna lie to you, it's like I don't wanna have to sell it, but I need a kit that works. I don't like that jamming issue. It shouldn't be like that. And I'm telling you, when it works like a beauty. Like, it's actually quite cool. Most of my guys who do play Airsoft, well, not most, but some of my guys, should I say, that play Airsoft, when they come and see me and they see the kit, they're like, oh, it's like the first thing they want to go and pick up and use, because it's already a custom tool, and then I've added my own customs to it, so it really does throw you off, because you're like, bruv, it's a pistol, but this thing is fucking sick, bro. But yeah, man, I guess we'll have to I have to keep fine tuning it just to get it to that place, because I really would like to leave the Raven inside of it. You know what I'm saying? I don't like to have to always take it out like this, but we'll see. I'll find a solution and I'll update you guys. So yeah, we are now on the second round. I haven't refilled it with gas, but I've refilled it with BBs. I'll show you quickly. Full stack. So yeah, let's get to it. I don't believe I need to cook it, do I? Okay, I do. There is one in the chamber. Okay, so their claims about 2 loads round. Not true. Not true. I'm happy to test, because I do have another extendo mag. I'm happy to test that. Also, I just think my concern with it is, let me see. It feels like it has a lot of gas in there, so let's see. My concerns is like, okay, let me feel this, because it's just like, I want to feel like I've given you guys a full-blown review of this, because I don't think I am going to do these mags again. I'm going to fail them after this and just go up to the HPA kit, because for me it's like I need reliability, and my small mags, I can rely on them. Like I said, but I think every single small mag I've got, I can get 40, they shoot 27, I can get 40, basically I can get 2 rounds out of each of them, at every single one of them without fail. So my thing is, why buy an extendo? Because if my small mag can give me 27 rounds, that's what 47, what's that, 14, 54, that's 54 rounds per one small mag. You have 2 of those, that's 108. So I think where I'm getting to is, yeah, most people buy these for the cool aesthetic. And I'm gonna be fair, did I load it? Let me just make sure I loaded it. That one's actually full. Yeah, so it still had some space in there. We're gonna use a different one just to prove the point. You can see that's got a different bottom shield, yeah? And it's from the same company, same Raven one. It's quite like, it's letting me down, I'm not gonna lie to you. Maybe they need a warm up, but it's like, should I have to, my thing is, if I have to warm you up every single week, you're not a good mag, because I might not play a game every single week. Do you kind of get what I'm saying? So it's like, that means you're telling me every single piece of airsoft stuff I have to use them every single week for them to be active. That's not a good company. I'm not saying leave them in a box for 6 months, but I'm saying, I'll give you an example. My Vosk. You see, one thing I like about this gun is I could leave this for 4 weeks and go and shoot it, and it will shoot nearly as good as if I shot it every single day. Reliability. One thing I will have to say is you do have to maintain the gun. Maybe every 2-3 months, pull the gun apart, grease it, make sure your springs are in the right place. Maybe they're set, especially like this, the reloader trigger. The reloader spring. That one's very important. But it's reliable. Like, you see right now, I haven't been using it for the last, we're 24 minutes into the video. I can see, like, I haven't been using it. Do you see? Reliable, no jams, nothing. I could even flick it on auto quickly, and look. Reliable, no jams. Let me see if there's one in the chamber. Do you see one in the chamber? Ready to go again. Let's flick it back on single again. Do you know what I'm saying? I can rely on the fucking gun. And I think for me, what's hurting my feelings a little bit is like, they're charging us for these extendo mags, but what's their purpose? Because like I said, the small mags, if I can get 2 whole rounds out of this, or not 2 rounds, but 23 times 2, that's 46 out of each mag. All I have to do is roll with maybe 3 of those, and that's 46 40 with 23 times 2, 46 times 3. That's 40, 80, 40, 80, 120, and that's 666, 120, 130. I think that's 132 or somewhere close to them. My maths isn't great today, but somewhere close to that 130 something. So I can roll with 3 small mags that will outdo one of these. Why would that, like, and it might sound like more work because you're like, oh, I've got to load 3 gas chambers, I've got to fill 3 mags, whereas with this I've only got to fill 1 mag. But it's not really the truth, because it's like you've got to fill this 1 mag twice, just like how you'd have to fill each of those mags once you finish your 23 again. So I think one thing I would say is, like, if you're in a fast-paced situation, and this is why I said carry 3 mags of the small ones, because then you're all right, bruv. Like, when are you ever gonna go through, what's that 20, 40, 60 bullets in one area? If you're going through 60 bullets in one area on a handgun, you need to chill out on that trigger, big man. Do you kind of get what I'm saying? Because you're a bit too trigger happy. Do you get what I'm saying? So for me, currently I think they're a fail. I'm not gonna lie to you, like I said, like, look, I can slap it again. Do you get what I'm saying? And I can hear the gas is getting low, but the thing I like about this gun is that it lets you know I can hear it. I can genuinely hear it. So like, I know I'll only get maybe like 2-3 more shots out of this. Do you see? Not even that. I'm aware, so I can go boom, drop my mag, switch. But with that, it's like, oh, I don't even know if it's making sense to you. And the maddest thing with this mag, yeah, is this wasn't full. This wasn't full of gas. I've used this twice today without refilling the gas. Do you kind of get what I'm saying? That's why the pellets are refilled. If you notice, I've only probably got through, how much is in there? 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 19. Do you see it? 19 I've got through. So it's like, that should show you what I was saying. And that means that I had a bit more filled in my mag. I probably had about 25. Because sometimes you can squeeze down the spring a bit more and squeeze a couple more in. But do you see what my point is? I've shot this twice and I was still able to get, if I had 25 in there, I got 6 shots. Plus, I was able to fling it on auto at one point. Come on, man. Give me reliability, bruv. You're taking my money. Do you get it? But anyways, let's get back to this, because I don't want to make this video too long. So you see, we've got the other mag in there. So I'm failing this. I might even return it. I'm never going to lie to you. After experiencing that, I'm actually going to email the company and just say, look, I might return this to you guys because it doesn't do what it says on the box. And I've only taken these out to 2 games. That's a lot. Like, for me, that's hella laughable. 2 games, that's hella laughable. Like, I kind of want to, yeah, in theory, either sell these or I'm going to send them back. So I'm going to email the company, see what they say. If they're not having it, I'm going to just shop them, because what's the point? I need reliable mags. I've got to cock it, sorry. I love my new target, you know. I'm gonna have to show you guys what it looks like. It's so cool. Okay, so we're out. So that's the first one. I'm gonna refill this one quickly and see if this one does better than the last one, which would be interesting if it does, because that again would be my concern. It's like the manufacturers have faults where it's like some of them are working and some of them are not, and it's like some would say, oh, just send it back and get them to send you a new one. But it's like, bro, I'm a person where you have one opportunity to impress me, you know. I'm one of them guys, and the moment you mess that up, like, I'm not saying I'm gonna judge you forever, because I don't feel like nobody should be judged forever. Like, that we all have learning stages, I call them. So I'm not saying that the company isn't going through their testing procedures and have improvements to make, but my thing is make it make sense. Listen to what I said, you know. I have small mags that hold 23 rounds, and I can shoot those mags. I can shoot the 23, load them again with another 23 without topping up gas, you know, and it will make it through again, yeah. So that's 23 times 2, and some of them, not all of them, but some of those mags, the small mags, will even shoot through the clip, but half. So 23 times half. So you'll get 23 times 2 plus half of that from one small mag, you know. But you're telling me I have an extendo clip that holds 48 rounds. If you squeeze it, it will hold 50 rounds, yeah? And you're telling me that I can only get one out, and sometimes if you notice the first one, it never even made it all the way through. This is a bit shameful, right? But you're telling me I can only get 1 and maybe like 3-4 shots. So you're telling me I have 48 shots plus 4 from a bit, like keep your money. Because then I'd rather just load my belt with small mags. Because guess what, like say I've got 10, like this sounds crazy innit, but say I've got 10 small mags on my chest / my waist. It's like, in theory, I'm unstoppable. Especially if I've got a pistol, I'm unstoppable because I can move. I'm ducking and diving, and guess what, I've got quite a good amount of bullets, bruv. 10 mags times 23, and then then you have to times that by 23, that's 230 rounds, and then we said double that because you're gonna get 2 rounds from each mag, right? Or 2 sets from each mag. So that's 200, that's 400, 440, if I'm correct, somewhere near there. Do you see my point? Like, I'm not saying 10 mags is cool having because that's a whole load of gas you're gonna have to input into these things. But I'm just saying, do you see the comparison? Even 4 mags, 2 on your belt and 2 on your chest, bro, you're unstoppable, G. You know what I'm saying? Especially if it's indoors. Like, you know what I'm saying? Close contact. Okay, so it's fill again. I haven't touched the gas. You haven't seen me fill any extra gas. Okay. Not sure if that did load. I weren't meant to do that. Okay, so it did load. We're going again. Okay, so it made it through the mag, and it looks like I've got a bit more in there. I'm gonna flick it on auto and just show you how much gas I've got left. Okay, so do you see? That's what the extendos are meant to do. Now, this brings me to my last point, and I'm gonna close up that video because in theory, I've been able to prove to you guys what they claim on their website is meant to be the case. They claim that you're meant to be able to get 2, so 48, or 47, if I'm correct. I think it's 48, sorry. 48, and then another 48. And then, like you just saw, it let out a couple more bits of gas, which would hopefully be, say, 2 to 3 more shots. Let's call it that, yeah? So that's how it's meant to work. So I think this mag, I'll probably keep. The other one, I'm sending back because I remember when I done the original video, that's the same thing that happened. And you see, if there was one that I would put down and not use ever, then cool, I would say I understand why maybe this black bottom one is doing what it was doing, but it's not making any sense because it's like I use them probably equally the amount. Like I use them equally. So for me, it's like if one don't work, why would, like, you know what I'm trying to say? Then it is a manufacturer fault because there's no difference in the way I'm using them. They're both being used in the same type of guns. They're both being, do you kind of get what I'm trying to say? That when I shoot one, I tend to shoot the other one just to balance out the ratio thing. So my thing would be, if I can't get reliability, then I'll keep the one that's reliable and then I'll send the other one back because that's it's just concerning for me, man. I don't even know how else to explain it. Like for me, it just doesn't make any sense. You saw me load it with gas and it still didn't hold onto the gas. And maybe some will say to me, oh, you just got to warm up the chamber, but how often do I have to warm up the chamber? Because essentially this mag is gonna cost me 2 times the amount of gas it's even worth. And I think that's what my concern is. Like as a airsoft player and user, it's like, you want stuff that, I don't mind spending money, but make the money that I spend make sense. Because look, I've just filled it now, yeah? Fuck that. Let's try it again. We'll give it another round, just seeing as we're already on this video and you're still with me. Okay, so that's the first one. Let's see if we can load this again. And it would be so laughable if what happens is now it does it. Because that would be my point. It's just like, you're not reliable, and if you're not reliable, I cannot trust you. Like, I need to be able to trust that. Say I'm outside in a game and I'm in a panic situation and I throw this specific mag in, I'm not gonna be worried like, oh, have I warmed it up enough? Do you get it? Because sometimes you're just not sure. Like you have better and bigger things on your mind, or say you got multiple guns that day, or you're using another side pistol that you've never used before, or you're playing a game, or you've gone to a site that you've never been to before. Do you know what I'm trying to say? You have other things on your mind, bruv. The one thing that should be reliable, even more than like your eye protection and shit like that, is your gun, bruv. Because that's how I stay in the game. Do you kind of get what I'm saying? Like, so yeah, man. I don't know if it's me overthinking it, but for me, that's how I see these things, boy. I almost shot the box down. That's how powerful it is. It seems to be making it though, because we're halfway through the clip. Couple more shots. Couple more shots. See what's important? See all them BBs flying back? Okay. So for me, it's just done it second time. So do you see, it probably is a warm-up chamber issue, but for me, you feel on reliability. I'm gonna flick it on auto just to see how much gas we got left in it, yeah? You see what's concerning is like, for me, what's concerning is like, now that it's warmed up, it's like, I feel like I can say, all right, boom, it's done, it does what it says on the website. My concern, let's go to my concern. My concern is exactly what I said to you earlier. My concern is I don't want to have to warm up mags. I don't want to actively have to think about that, because when I put my small mags in, I don't think about warming them up because I know they're gonna give me what they're meant to give me. I don't know if that's because they use different chambers in them or whatever it is, but it's like, bro, I don't normally have to think about these things. It delivers how it's meant to deliver. I don't think I've run into a pistol issue apart from with my Vosk on the field, and that's just because of build quality and lack of maintenance. The Raven, I don't think I've ever had a fault with the Raven itself out on the game field. So it's like, for me, if Raven are gonna sell us these mags and put and say these are the mags for a reliable gun, then make them be reliable, please, because I don't want to have to, how would I explain it? I don't want to have to, after doing this video, I now want to sell one of them. Whereas you see, prior to this video, I was a person who was promoting these mags. I wouldn't promote these anymore. And I say that just because, like I said, small mags, 2 small mags would do what this one mag does. And they're essentially the same thing because it's half the size, so it's not like they're gonna take up any more room in your bag. The chamber's probably the same size, probably even bigger because they each have their own chamber, whereas this is just one chamber in one mag. Like I said, you probably get a slight bit more because though it says it holds 23 rounds, sometimes you can squeeze like 25, 26 in there. Now you do that times 2, that is more than 48 rounds, or roughly 48 rounds, because 25, yeah, it's more than, it's 50 rounds, bruv. So do you kind of get what I'm trying to say? It's like, for me, they're good. Like, overall score, I will give them a 6.5. And I'll give them a 6.5 because once they're warmed up, they're a great deal. You can get 48 rounds times 2. Plus a little extra. My concern is that it's not reliable. So sometimes you'll go into a game and be thinking, yeah, I've got 48 times 2, and guess what? You only get 48. And for me, and sometimes you won't even get 48 like we saw in the first round. And I think that's what's a bit concerning, because if I go into a field and say I only take these 2 mags, which more time, if you've got a pistol or you've got like me, like a conversion kit, a pistol inside a conversion kit, you're gonna go out with these because you're thinking, rough, 48 and 40, I'm good, bruv. I can go through 2 rounds of that. That's basically 100. That's nearly 200 bullets. You're gassing yourself up, but the truth of the matter is that's not the truth. Because depending on how your mags deliver will depend on if that's facts. So that's why 6.5 for me. But overall, I will say that they are good mags. They are good mags. They're probably build quality wise in terms of like it, because I've dropped these a couple times and I've noticed that I've panicked and they're fine. You kind of get what I'm saying? But yeah, like for me personally, I would give these a 6.5. And after this video, I am now gonna sell one. So that's that. And it is a shame, but you like I said, you buy these things because you want to be game ready and you want them to do their jobs. And I just don't feel like it's doing its job. I would prefer, like I said, do you get it? Chuck this one extendo in my pistol, so I know that my pistol, any building I go into, I'm comfy. And then my CAA kit, I will probably buy just 2 more small mags, and then buy like a chest strap thing where those four mags can sit, and then have maybe like put my extendo, funny enough, up there. But yeah, if that makes sense, because you're probably like, what's he talking about? But if I say I had 4 small mags, I'd probably buy, you know, like the mag holders, just chuck them in there, and then my extender would be in my pistol on my side anyway, so I wouldn't need storage for it. Plus I think I've got a side storage, it's on my belt, for my extender to sit in or sit on anyway. So yeah man, that's Raven 48 round max running through a Raven pistol. Yeah, hope you guys enjoyed the video, and the good thing is we managed to finish the fucking video this time without any more failures. So I appreciate you guys, and yeah, like, share, subscribe, and just get my viewership up, man. We're trying to bring more people to the channel. The more people you guys bring to the channel is the more content I can drop for your ass. So yeah, shout us. Well, not shout us, but tune in. Subscribe, like, and watch. Take it easy, people. Peace out. And I've got a lot of game footage coming soon, so keep it locked. Yeah, that's your boy Yardman Leng, and we out.